Hey guys, Leslie here from Indigo Boutique and Botanica, and today we're upstairs in the reading room. I have been on the shop floor a fair amount recently, and we've been talking about this amazing guy right here. This is Quartz. This piece is actually from my personal stash. I am super attracted to it, and who knows why, but it's a great cluster. It's, you know, kind of like a meaty piece, fits in the palm of your hand, but it's a group of really amazing points all together. They are chipped, they're fractured, they have great striations on them, they're beautiful, the clarity is great in my opinion. It's just an all-around wonderful piece, and I thought we should probably start talking about quartz. So a couple of points about quartz, right? It is the master healer. It wants to make sure that you are running at high vibration for your highest good. It wants to filter away the things that don't belong to you. It wants to repel negativity. It wants to amplify the amazing energy that is yourself or anything else that it's put with for that matter. It wants to bring balance and harmony to your body. It is a soul cleanser. We've talked about that a little bit in the shop. It wants to remove all of the things that aren't there for your highest good. And while some may view that as like a physical cleanser, I view that more as like a soul cleanser, right? Things that don't belong to me, I want to get rid of them. When used in meditation, it's a great filter and it helps us to create focus. I love to use it in my very minimal yoga practice. I keep a piece at the top of my mat, keeps me focused here and keeps me unfocused there. It's great stuff. It also connects us with the God or the energy of our understanding. Quartz is really good stuff. So we're going to go over a couple of shapes that I have here on the table, both from my personal stash and from downstairs in the shop, to give you an idea of what's available currently and also why we might use that piece. So we talked about my favorite guy right here, right? He's natural, completely natural. We're going to move on to some other natural pieces. This is a natural Lemurian quartz point. We'll go over Lemurian, Atlantean, record keeper, all of those little amazing characteristics in another video. So I'm just going to identify that that's what the piece is or isn't, and then we'll kind of go from there. If you're interested in learning more about the record keeper, the Atlantean, the Lemurian, let us know in the comments and maybe we'll do our next video on that. So again, this guy's a Lemurian. That's noted by the striations on his side, right? It's more over here. And then also a record keeper. The way to identify that is all the little triangles that are in these sections here. So make him a record keeper. Not from my personal stash. I have a piece very similar. It's a little bit smaller. It's Lemurian, record keeper, Atlantean. I'm not entirely sure how all of those three get grouped together, but it certainly has all three of those properties. I use it during meditation sometimes, and it's wild. So this guy, also from my personal stash, he's from the other room. If you do a reading or a bracelet or mala session with me, you'll see him. He sits on the table. I'll put my bracelets on him. When I'm working on your bracelets, I'll set mine on top here just to keep them running at their highest good when I'm not wearing them. So this is a quartz cluster. Lot going on here, little tiny points, medium-sized points, this great big guy right here. He doesn't have striations. Who has the striations? It's this dude right here, right? Lots going on here. Downstairs in the shop, we have these in the front window, and they're in a big wooden boat. They're called Quartz Cluster B. They're called B because they are imperfect, right? This dude's got a big chunk missing over here. Probably when he was being mined, he was either dropped or maybe someone hit him with a tool, but otherwise really great vibration. I love this. Here's another little B piece. These pieces are fantastic for gridding in the ground. If you grid your home, any other place that you have consent to grid, these guys are really great to use. They're also fantastic if you're like me and you carry a lot of crystals in your purse or in your car, then you can throw it around and not worry about chipping it or scratching it or what have you. It's already chipped, it's already scratched, but it's got a great vibration and it suits a good purpose. So this friend here is a naturally double terminated quartz point. So that means it naturally formed with a quartz point with a point on each end, right? This guy wasn't shaped or polished this way. He was born this way or formed this way. Fantastic for gridding, fantastic for gridding. The energy is basically instructed or manipulated, however you want to word that, to go in two directions. So if you're working with a grid and you want something to come in and something else to go out, then these points are perfect for that. Plus they're really pretty. I actually have quite a few local artisans who've used these for jewelry making. Somewhere in our little city, there's a young lady running around with it's a bit smaller than this though, a quartz engagement ring like this. Her beau came in and purchased that point and had a ring made for her. Another little Lemurian that we have, also great for gridding, is this little dude. So this was our first Lemurian. And here's another one. Also fantastic for gridding. Also fantastic for jewelry making, for carrying in one of the coils or the cages that we have here. They're really wonderful. Fantastic little amplifier to put with a group of crystals. So if you carry like a little bag of crystals, pop a little Lemurian in there, raise the vibration, and amplify all the little guys that you're working with. On to who's shaped and why. Spheres. Spheres are fantastic. Listen, this energy radiates in all directions, right? It doesn't have a point on it, so it's not necessarily going to go one way or another, but it's round, and in my experience, the energy radiates out in every direction. I love spheres for the center of the home. I carry them with me when I travel. I put this on my bedside stand in a hotel. They're pretty great. I love this sphere. Also, they're just gorgeous. I mean, they're just gorgeous. Okay, a couple of shapes that are great for like that worry stone vibe. Worry stone. Perfect for your thumb, slips in a pocket, super easy to conceal. If you do a lot of public speaking or public singing or performing, the quartz worry stone is really great, right? It's going to keep you with an uplifted vibe. It's going to be really encouraging and balancing, but also it's great for a fidget. I recently saw somebody do this. They used their worry stone with their middle finger versus their thumb, which I think is pretty cool. If you have tiny humans in your life and they need something to fidget, the skipping stone size that we have downstairs is pretty great for little fingers, little hands. And then one of my favorites, this is the soap. You guys have probably seen that we have bowls of soaps downstairs. No, it's not gonna lather, but it's really great for bringing in energy to yourself, right? So with quartz, we're gonna bring in balance. We're going to bring in a connection to the God of our understanding. We're going to do some soul cleansing. Of course, if we do soul cleansing, we're going to do it this way, right? Remove things from us, right? So I've used them in the shower. I've heard plenty of other people say that that method works for them. Cleanse the physical body and then re-energize with the vibration. that you're looking for. The quartz isn't the only stone, of course, that you can do that with. You can certainly do it with plenty of other stones. It works really great. There are some stones that you should avoid keeping in water or bringing into the shower. We can go over that in another video. Other little shapes, the mushroom is great. This is a shop favorite. You can wire wrap this, you can macrame it. We have some necklaces downstairs that have the little quartz mushroom on them. They are great for putting in a little planter. They're real fun decorating with. Next we have a heart. This heart is actually drilled, which I just noticed sitting here. So we have a bunch of these that are drilled for people who like to make their own keychains or their own hangers or their own necklaces. You could put it on a bracelet. I would be worried about snagging it on something, but the heart is really great. So in the shop a lot we say rose quartz is like carrying your mom or your grandma in your pocket with you. I kind of feel that way about the heart shape in general. It's like carrying my best friend. It's like carrying my partner. It's like carrying somebody who is love and supporting and nurturing to me. That's what the heart is about. And who doesn't need that? That's a good one. Okay. Couple of tumbled options. I didn't think to grab a large tumble when I was downstairs, but I did grab this little tumble. So this is the standard size. So we have tumbles in a couple of different options. We have chips, which are great for gridding or making bottles with, or candles. Then we have this guy, which is the standard tumble size. This piece has a rainbow in it. It's pretty cool. Okay. Standard size, right? Great for throwing in a pocket. If you make little bags of crystals to carry with you, this is perfect. This guy is perfect. Then we have a size between these two, which is just a large tumble, but I didn't grab one. Okay. This is the pebble. Again, fantastic for carrying in your pocket. You can grid with it if you're doing like an outdoor in the ground kind of gridding. That's good. I actually have pebbles because they're really affordable. I have pebbles outside around my house. So that's a good one. Fine to carry in a purse, throw it in a bag. It's a good one. Then the last piece we have to chat about today, of course, not natural. This is a quartz wand. If you have a Reiki practice or an energy work practice, this guy is fantastic, right? So we have the pointed end, fantastic for directing energy, right? And then the other end is just good for holding, right? However you use it. So I actually use a very similar wand. It is not quartz, it is amethyst in my Reiki practice, right? So I might trace my client. I might use this to direct energy. This can also be used in a grid. If you're doing a very large grid, you could use this to direct energy in one specific direction. So with this end, you're going to collect the energy, right? So if you have a big stone here and you're sending energy out, you're going to collect the energy from this end, intensify it, and send it this way. And boy, does this wand have a lot of rainbows in it. Huh. So we have a bunch of these downstairs too. I really like these. All right, so that is my experience, my interpretation of quartz. It's really important that you have your own experience, your own interpretation of quartz, how it makes you feel, what your thoughts are when you're using it. I can tell you everything that I like about it, and none of that may resonate with you. Your experience is what's most important. So if you've enjoyed the quartz video and you want to see more, let us know in the comments. We really want to know what you like about it. And if you have thoughts and feelings about videos, things that we can do that you want to hear about, let us know. So thank you for spending some time with me today. It was really great to go over one of my favorite crystals, and we hope to see you very soon right here at Indigo.